When you allow local contractors to partake of these particular tenders, Mr. Speaker, then at the end of the contract, the project is complete, it remains in Homa Bay. And if the contractor was from Homa Bay, when you pay him, the money remains in Homa Bay. The risk of allowing these millions of shillings to be given contractors from outside Homa Bay, outside Kakamega, outside Turkana, is that the money leaves the CRF account to the contractor, and that day or the following day, it leaves the county of Homa Bay, county of Turkana, county of Kakamega, and migrates to go to where the contractor was coming from. So it does not circulate in the economy of the local county, and therefore there is capital flight. Look, if you pay this man who has built a market in Khaega, and the man comes from Kakamega, this guy makes a profit of 30 million shillings. Mr. Speaker, this guy, even if he ends up building a house for himself in his home, the local contractors of that home will be from that home, and the money will circulate in that place. Those contractors will pay school fees for their children. That money will be in that county. We must discourage, because there are contracts going on in all the 47 counties. Mr. Speaker, the committee has spoken to the issue of incomplete fixed asset register. I allowed you, and I'm glad that you have remained hawk-eyed. You flagged it out, although it was resolved. And
would you want to be informed by Senator Kajwang?
Yes, I would like him to inform me, especially in view of the accolades that I gave him at the beginning of my presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to inform the Senator on that point, and actually the House, that Narok County Assembly has managed to secure a title deed for the land on which the Assembly sits. And the rest of the county assemblies are still struggling with it. And that's part of the asset management. And that's why it's going to be a query in all the county assemblies. And I want to encourage each individual senator to help the county assembly to acquire a title deed to the land on which the assemblies sit, because they are not supposed to be squatters on county executive land. In some counties, you find that they're squatters on national government land, and I encourage assemblies to look at what Narok did. They are landlords, they have the title deed in the name of County Assembly of Narok, and I know Senator Bass is still dealing with the issue of transfer of assets and liabilities. So I just wanted to inform the Governor from the context of assets that even Kakamega County Assembly needs to have its title deed.
Senator Kajwang, are you informing the Governor or the Senate of Kakamega?
I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker. Governor shall be 2027. For now, Senator.
Thank you. Speaker, be so informed. He has informed you after informing me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, having congratulated the committee for flagging out the issue and resolving the issue of fixed assets, there's something I want to say about fixed assets. Chair, try and put further pressure to the leadership of our county assemblies. We want to see the fixed asset called the debate chamber in all our 47 counties. If you go to Kilifi, for example, if you go to Mandera County, for example, and quite a number of other counties, they have put up modern debate chambers, a good fixed asset. But there is no justification. Why, despite having these billions of shillings, county assemblies in certain counties have not constructed chambers? Mr. Speaker, it's very annoying that in the county assembly of Kakamega, there is no fixed asset called the debate chamber. If you were to visit the chair, you would be shocked. The building where they are debating from is the same building that was constructed in 1930s by the colonialists when they were practicing governance in Kakamega. It's a ramshackle, it's a useless thing. We must put pressure under the county government of Kakamega to ensure that they construct a modern chamber. Mr. Speaker, there are other matters that were also flagged out by the committee, including budget control and performance, and I'm glad, Mr. Speaker, that these issues have been resolved. Having spoken to these issues, I want to conclude by speaking to only two other issues. The Office of the Auditor General. We should never fail to congratulate them, because without them, we cannot be where we are. They are our main resource team that gives us the quality reports that we use to put these governors and speakers and clerks to account. And there should be no excuses, because today the Office of the Auditor General is properly resourced. They have even put up regional hubs, and we expect them to work. If their problem is because of devolution, they have a challenge of staff, they must come to us as Parliament so that we give them more money, because without these audit reports, governance can never succeed. Finally, but not least, the ESCC. ESCC time has now come. The Public Accounts Committee has been sending you reports, asking you to take actions, and we have seen nothing. ESCC, you cannot start pretending that you want to supervise how we do legislation here. Even telling and misleading the country that we were involved in a piece of legislation here that watered down the oversight role or watered down your work. A lie. Total lies. We expect the ESCC to work, and ESCC, if you don't work, if you choose to engage in politics, the way I saw you running after the distinguished Senator of Marsabit, if you have problems with the Senator of Marsabit, don't call the media. That is a channel that you use as ESCC. ESCC does not conduct its business through the media. It should have been the media reporting that you have been found either at the office of the Senator of Marsabit or at his home. You have found he has stolen money and you are dealing with him. But for you to call a press conference and start catwalking, no. ESCC, that was not the intentions of Chapter 15 commissions in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. It is this careless approach by heads of certain institutions to conduct himself. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Please, 1 minute. Yes.
One minute to conclude.
Thank you,
Senator.
Mr. Speaker. With a lot of meaning, it is also this poor conduct by heads of institutions that cause confusions amongst the youth until the youth think they should come and storm this parliament. If anybody had properly guided our youth, Mr. Speaker, the youth, if they had chosen to storm this parliament, they would not have come to the Senate. They would have gone to the National Assembly. The finance bill does not go through the Senate. The finance bill that almost cost us lose this house goes to the National Assembly. So they should have gone to the National Assembly. In fact, I want them to put pressure under the National Assembly. If the GENZs should come back again, GENZ, please go to the National Assembly. Don't come to this Senate. In fact, thanks to this Senate, Mr. Speaker, we have been able to get a compromise position that...
Thank you, Senator. Senator